We all knew that this is gonna happen. It was never a question of if, it was a question of when. And finally, Assassin's Creed Black Flag is getting the remake that fans have been asking for pretty much years at this point, and it's understandable why. This is one of the best-selling Assassin's Creed games of all time, if not honestly the most best-selling Assassin's Creed of all time. And this is highly acclaimed as one of the best, if again, not the best Assassin's Creed game of all time. People absolutely love it. And now it's getting a remake. It's getting a touch-up, it's getting a graphical update, and a lot of other things. We're going to be looking into this video very soon. But before that, the discussion about this situation is very interesting. There's a lot of people who are obviously happy, and there's a lot of people who are very fearful, because let's look at what we are dealing with here. We are dealing with an Ubisoft game that was made literally 13 years ago. This game is older than your average Twitch viewer, okay? And this was made at the high of Ubisoft, honestly. Back in the day when Ubisoft was a good company that had fans and people were excited about a new release because it was not the end times that we are currently living in. So this is why a lot of people are looking on this remake favorably, because they can't ruin something this easy, right? Well, on the other hand, we have the situation, yes, this is something that Ubisoft should get a 10 out of 10 out of easily, but at the same time, we're talking about Ubisoft, the company that literally made Skull and Bones, a pirate game where you only had ship combat that they somehow managed to make boring and non-interesting and an absolute chore, honestly. A game that is a pirate game where you're supposed to get sweet, fun, interesting, amazing loot, and well, the best loot that you could get in this game is planks, cannonballs, maybe fruit. Okay, I don't know if you could actually get fruit in this game, but I mean, that is just the type of exciting stuff that you could look forward to get if you were playing this game. Yes, you were literally they literally made a pirate game where you don't even plunder gold. And that's not even the worst of it, okay? The first quadruple A game ever made also had such amazing things like no story, even though it was a story game technically, and a 50+% of women crew. Yes, that's right. Pirates, notoriously historically known to being women. Half of your crew was literally always women. It's great. This game embodied pretty much everything people hated about the modern games industry, and it did it with a passion. Such a passion, in fact, that speculations is that this game did not have more than 3K concurrent players at launch, which is oof. Which is oof. And Ubisoft made multiple expansions for this, which none of them actually worked, obviously. And then, I mean, we're talking also still about Ubisoft, so the people who literally made Assassin's Creed Japan and decided to make the main character a black guy, historically accurate, by the way, if you did not know. That's a joke, obviously. It's not historically accurate in the slightest. But a dude who literally has a storyline of, okay, your love options are either you pick a twink or you literally do the blackening meme with Nobunaga's family. I'm not kidding, by the way. That was diabolical. Again, so people are, needless to say, kind of a lot worried about what Ubisoft could honestly do with the Black Flag remake. And considering how poor the situation is with Ubisoft, how much desperate they are with money, well, the game's gonna be $60. That's right. A remake of a game that's older than your average Twitch viewer is gonna be now sold to you for $60. Now, granted, it does have some things, and again, people are still excited about this because reasons. It's kind of being rebuilt from the ground up, reworked a modern combat system, which is actually seemingly a good thing. This is where the word modern once in our lives is not actually detrimental to conversation. A deeper deeper underwater explorations, which is actually cool. 3 new officers and quest lines. The quest lines are probably gonna be premium paid content. I'm sure of it, honestly, at this point, but yeah. And we can already see a couple of cracks when people have been looking into this. For example, this situation right here. James Kidd, Mary Reed, had to dress as a man to be pirate and part of your crew. Lucy Belvin, she's just an empowered woman with no need to dress as a man. Magically, she's a part of your crew. Yes. This is now what has been done. And needless to say, people are quite upset because this is Ubisoft literally taking the game that they already had and, changing it a lot because reasons. The ridiculousness that Ubisoft did Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced to include Lucy Balvin in your crew, breaking their own story before Anne Bonny or even knowing that a James Kidd was a woman. And this is, by the way, this is, I feel extremely underrated when we're talking about the situation with the remake, is the fact that the game had a woman. Now, I did not play Black Flag, but I did actually know about this character. The game had a woman already in it, but Ubisoft didn't know that, didn't remember it, so they were like, yeah, let's just put in that right there. And I honestly think it's probably not going to be the only thing, obviously, that they change. I think there's going to be a lot more inclusivity here, obviously. Ubisoft Redemption Arc. Some people are unironically calling it an Ubisoft Redemption Arc, but I think it's not going to be bad in the grand scheme of things. It's good, but I do think it's gonna be more or akin to the Oblivion remake that Bethesda did, in the sense that they're gonna get pissed that the old stuff was so much better than the new stuff, so they're gonna abandon it, leave it buggy, or break it themselves so people can't enjoy it because spitefulness, obviously. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced is looking fantastic, like a return to the old Ubisoft before all the BS that destroyed the studio. I have to say, this makes me want to play it, and it's true. I do not play Assassin's Creed games. Okay, I had a friend that showed me Assassin's Creed, the first game, when it launched, and I kind of liked it, but I never really got into it. But I mean, Assassin's Creed has gone a lot downhill since then. But this does look appealing. Okay, again, we're gonna watch this video. There's a lot of information there. Remake with with Anvil engine, updated combat, new content, new quest, character story, no multiplayer mode, focused on Edward's story, which is all nice things, by the way, that I think all of us can easily say should be enjoyable, and this is good. Because, not concentrating on what already was the game, honestly, would seem like a completely horrible option. My thing just went out. But again, there are things that people are pointing out. For example, this. Ubisoft is facing criticism from some fans after replacing some of the females from Assassin's Creed Black Flag with other more not so much. And this is true. This is true. You can see a couple of things. You can see a lot of things like that. But again, there is no way Ubisoft does not do that. Assassin's Creed Shadow Sprinkle, okay? Honestly, Yasuo as a DLC character, let's go Ubisoft. I'm all in. That's gonna be it. And there are some things like this when compared side by side. Like, this is the original, this is the resynced. Where can I actually put my camera? Nowhere. Okay? And you can see that, The resynced version, the new one, looks pretty good. You can't actually complain about this. It looks kind of nice. But the original, in some situations, just has so much more atmosphere.
Oh, by God, we pulled this one straight from the teeth of Neptune. I'm Edward. Much thanks for your aid back there.
Adewale.
You ever been to Nassau, Adewale?
Not yet.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see it right there. It's blatantly obvious, I think. The remake does look good, but it does seem to lose quite a bit of its luster in some places, I honestly think.
Hello, pirates. Matt Ryan here, the voice of Edward Kenway. And this is Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. 13 years after the original, this remake brings the classic game back to life, rebuilt from the ground up with the latest and
it does look pretty decent. But this has a lot of charm, okay? This still has a lot of charm. Honestly, this feels even a little bit more hollow, even though it definitely seems better.
Anvil engine to deliver the most thrilling pirate adventure. All right, let's set sail.
Dash my buttons. Your life seems a grand one, if I may say. So full of adventure.
You play as Captain Edward Kenway, a rebellious scoundrel eager to make a name for himself in the pursuit of glory, freedom, and a search for a better life.
I've seen your face before. Yous mates with them pirates down in Nassau.
Shut your bloody gob or I'll fill it with shot, you hear me?
Edward, is it?
After crossing paths with the Assassins and Templars, Edward is drawn into their centuries-old conflict with secret locations and legendary treasures at stake. Along the way, he joins forces with infamous pirates such as Anne Bonny, Charles Vane, and Blackbeard. With them, he helps establish a short...
Wait, on the first day of the release, well, not the release, but when this got announced, people were losing their minds because of this character right here, Anne Bonny, right? Because she was on the cover of the official announcement, and, well, they did not uglify her. Which is, I mean, it probably took literally 300 years of self-restraint for Ubisoft to not do that, if I'm being completely real here.
Bonny, short-lived lawless republic following the pirate code and defying empires built on cruelty and greed. Together, in their search...
Lamau. Now, I know, again, I haven't played this, but is this actually in the game? Because is Assassin's Creed... well, I guess it has to be romanticization of the pirate lifestyle, because the pirate code was not a real thing, by the way, if you did not know. The pirate code was bullshit. There was kind of like, okay, we need some vagueness of rules, but we're pirates, so those rules don't really mean shit if we choose them to not do. So the pirate code wasn't really a real thing that people enforced. And a lot of stuff that just was said is not really real.
For freedom.
They did not fight for freedom. They fought for money. A lot of pirates were actually put in that position because they had no other alternative in life to live effectively. So there you have it.
Power and riches. They'll fight across a treacherous tropical paradise. From dangerous waters to dense jungles. Untamed lands and bustling historical cities.
Dude, but I have to say, this looks so good.
From the grandeur of Havana, the thriving and wealthy jewel of the Caribbean ruled by Templars, to Kingston's bustling trade hub, and Nassau, the beating heart of the pirate republic. Each city offers a distinct atmosphere shaped by opportunities and conflicts.
Oh, wow, you can actually see it there. Holy, oh, wow, what, oh, oof.
Shaped by opportunities and conflicts. The Caribbean world reaches a new level of immersion and realism, powered by high-resolution textures, enhanced lighting, strikingly detailed environments, and a new dynamic weather system.
But anyway, I already see something that absolutely pisses me off. Look at this. I hate this. I hate these 100% mirror-like reflective puddles. Am I the only one? Am I the only one who loses his mind when he sees this? Because I really dislike this.
And a new dynamic weather system.
Oh, that's nice.
Even underwater exploration is more expansive, more beautiful, and more perilous than ever before. With seamless access to cities and locations, the world feels truly alive.
Ships docked!
Creating the perfect backdrop for a life on the edge, where freedom is earned and danger is never far away. Time to draw swords, lads. The combat system has been entirely reworked into an action-oriented experience. While wielding dual swords, pistols, and hidden blades, every move now plays a specific role with faster, more fluid attacks and combos.
Yeah, this does look good.
Land a perfect parry to open up your target for an instant kill. Then follow with up to 4 chained takedowns. Use walls, ledges, and breakables to your advantage. Keep track of your opponents and use all your tools to level the playing field. But fight recklessly, and you will be punished. Whether you're on the hunt or on the run, mastering your environment is key. As you navigate through cities and jungles, you'll experience smooth and improved iconic parkour moves. From free jumps, to back ejects, and side ejects. These options offer a range of reactive movements, giving you tighter control, resulting in greater speed and deadlier assassinations.
They show the classic double assassination. I think everyone has seen that. I mean, this looks great. This does look great. I mean, again, I think it's gonna be good. But I think it's gonna be... Ubisoft will not be able to contain themselves, and they're gonna put in a couple of things.
Pirate Assassin often calls for a subtle approach. With Resynced and its enriched stealth system, you can now crouch freely as part of your toolkit to approach targets.
A blowpipe? Oh, and by the way, this makes me so happy. I actually am a complete sucker for stealth games. I love them. And one of the things that actually completely pissed me off about Assassin's Creed Shadows was, well, a thing that they have been doing for a while, but it's the stealth takedowns. I hate the stealth takedowns where it's like, aha, I'm gonna cut you in the shin with my hidden blade for some reason. Then you're gonna fall down and I'm gonna stab you in the ribs 2 times and then you're gonna die. Well, like, what the hell is this? I want clean, crisp assassinations. I want stuff like this, okay? This is pretty good. Straight up, forward, to the point, a little precise. This is what I want. It's an assassin game. But Assassin's Creed Shadows 15 stabs and the enemies never yell. Like, bro, if someone stabs me in the leg, I'm yelling, okay? I'm not thinking twice. I am yelling. No questions asked. You can complain about my yelling later. I'm doing that. But no, Assassin's Creed Shadows stabbed in the leg, stabbed in the thigh, 15 punctures to the ribs. And here it's just beautiful, crisp. This is what we like. This is what you want to see. No flashy acrobatic bullshit. Just lethality. Beautiful.
Tailing and eavesdropping missions have also been revamped. In the original game, getting discovered meant instant desynchronization. Yes, this was a pretty big pain point, we remember. Now, the action continues. Your objectives remain, but your target will react.
Yeah, look at how good that is. Just no fancy shit. Just, hey, let me introduce you, Steel, to your innards. Beautiful.
And you must adapt accordingly. All these new interactions offer multiple ways to succeed and progress in your missions.
That's such a great takedown, by the way.
Of course, this wouldn't be a real pirate adventure without a ship.
Jackdaw. You named your brig after a poxy bird.
The Jackdaw. What a beauty. Set sail and freely roam the Caribbean. Now equipped with even more firepower, the Jackdaw can conquer the high seas like never before. With new alternate fire upgrades for every weapon, you now have more power and flexibility to overcome opponents.
Dude, this looks fun. I'm not gonna do it. I swear I'm not gonna do it. But this makes me want to actually buy Assassin's Creed Black Flag, even though I would rather see Ubisoft burned.
Ships in any situation.
Well, boys, what can I honestly say? The first Ubisoft game in years worth pirating.
You will engage in epic battles, boarding parties, and fort raids. All of these are back, and as challenging, dangerous, and exciting as ever. To reinforce your crew, 3 brand new officers make their entrance. Lucy Baldwin, the Padre, and Deadman Smith. Each officer has a unique narrative questline that reveals their backstory. Gain their trust to
There is no way this is gonna end well, though.
reveals their backstory. Gain their trust to recruit them to your crew and benefit from their special gameplay abilities. Deadman Smith, for example, unlocks a double shot from broadside weapons.
Okay, that sounds very completely overpowered instantaneously.
Explore the Caribbean alongside your crewmates and trusty pet.
Oh,
That's right. You can now find a cat or monkey
Oh!
for the Jackdaw.
hell
Engage
yeah.
and plunder other vessels. Steer through
Why not a dog, though? A dog would also be nice. I like cats more, but dogs are cool. I like dogs also.
violent storms, rogue waves. Or just soak up the sun, regaled by shanties new and old.
For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time.
Ah, the singing. People love the singing.
Remains faithful to what players love, while enriching the experience with enhanced gameplay features and fresh quests and storylines, including ones for the officers you met earlier and, just between you and me, new narrative arcs involving our old friends, Blackbeard and Steed. Defy empires and relive the era's explosive events amidst the ancient war between assassins and Templars in the ultimate pirate.
Honestly, I kind of forget that there's supposed to be Templars here because it's kind of like a pirate game. Oh boy. I mean, it looks good. It looks very promising. Now, please, Ubisoft, just don't ruin this, okay? You have not made anything worthwhile in 10 fucking years. by the law of averages, you kind of need to make something good. And if there's one thing to not mess up, this is the one, okay? Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.